Hello friends, welcome back to the Crafty B channel. I'm glad to have you here. So today's class we'll be learning how to make these beautiful exaggerated corn sleeves you see on the screen. And it's very easy to make and it's beginners friendly. So if this is what you like to learn, please watch the video to the end. So without wasting much of your time, let's get on with the video. So to make these sleeves, you'll be needing your pencil sleeve pattern. I'm using this beautiful African fabric for the sleeves, and also I'm using this for the lining. And you also be needing your hard interfacing, and you'll be sticking the shiny parts on your fabric. And you'll be needing this basic tooth. So let's get started. So I'll be cutting one of the sleeves because I'm not making two sleeves. I'm making only one sleeve because I'll be attaching it on a dress later on in my later videos. So I'll be cutting one of the sleeves with the African fabric, and then I'll be cutting also one for the lining. So let me just do that and come back and show you. So I've gone ahead and cut out the sleeve and the lining. So this is it. So I want to line the sleeves before cutting the corns and attaching on the sleeve. So I'll be using this. I'll pin it down like this. You can choose not to line your sleeve, or depend on you. You can just fold in the sleeve at the end like this, but I want to line the sleeve. So I'll be pinning good side to the good side of the lining. I'll be pinning it down on the edge, sew it, top stitch it on the lining, and then turn it over and iron it and come and show you the next step. So guys, you can see I'm done with the lining for the sleeve. This is the inside. After lining the sleeve, this is how it looks, and I put the lining on top of the sleeve so that it will be easy for me to work with. So to know how to cut these pencil sleeves, I have a tutorial on my channel where I drafted a basic sleeve pattern. I'll be leaving it down the comment section for you guys to go and watch. So the next thing to do is to cut out the corns. So this sleeve, the main beauty for this sleeve is the corns. So now I'm done with this. Now we'll be cutting out the corns and then we'll continue with the sleeves. I'm going to be cutting about 6 or 7 corns. It depends on how wide you want the corn to be and how long you want the corn to be. So to do that, you'll be folding your fabric in half. This is the good side and this is the wrong side. And then you'll fold it again. You fold it into 4, like you're cutting 360-degree flare. So the length I'm taking for this corn, as you see on the screen, the sleeve, you see that the corn is lined inside of each other. So you have to consider all this when you are cutting the corn. I need 4.5 inches for my corn, but because of 1 inch to insert it into the next corn on the sleeve, that's 5.5 plus ½ inch sewing allowance. So from this folded tip, as I folded it into 4, I'll be marking 5.5 inches. I'll be marking the 5.5 inches all round. After marking the points, I'll connect all the points like this. Now I'll be cutting it out. So this is it. When you cut it out, it turns to like a full circle. So now I need half circle for each corn. This is going to be for 2 corns. So I'm dividing it. So this is it. So I need 7 pieces of this. I'll be cutting 7 pieces of this, and then cutting the lining also 7 pieces. This is the lining. And I'll be cutting the interfacing. This is the hard interfacing. I'll be cutting also the same 7 pieces, and then come back and show you. So guys, I've cut down the 7 pieces of the corn, 7 pieces of the lining, and also the hard interfacing. I cut 7 pieces for the lining, and also I went ahead and cut 7 pieces of the soft interfaces, the same as the hard one, but this one is very light, so I went ahead and cut it. for the main fabric. So what I'm going to do now is to go and iron the interfacing on all the fabrics, and then come back and show you how to sew the corn. So friends, I'm done ironing the interfacing on the linings, and these are the linings, and also these are the main fabric. I iron the soft interfacing on it. So the next thing to do is to pick one of the main fabric and one of the lining to show you how I'm going to sew it. So I'll be folding it in half like this, and I'll pin it and sew half an inch here on the top of the corn. So I'm going to stitch half an inch here and then turn it over and iron it. And on the main fabric, I'm going to do the same thing. So this is it. I'm taking it to the machine to sew it and come and show you the next step to take. So guys, this is the corn. So the next thing to do is to turn the main fabric to the wrong side. So I left a gap here so that I can turn it inside out. So you're going to attach the lining inside. So that is the good side facing the good side inside, and the wrong side are outside. So what you do is to sew it around the edges. Then after, I will turn it out from this space I left and come and show you. So after stitching it, I'm going to notch all around the edges. So the next thing to do is to turn it inside out like this. You see, I left this opening, so I'm going to pull it through this opening. That gives it a neat look. All the rough edges will be hidden inside. Then I fold this inside. And put the punch side out like this. So this is the opening. So I'll take it to my machine and stitch this opening and cross it. But before doing that, I'll iron it neatly. I'm going to be finishing all the other pieces the same, and then come and show you how to arrange them on the sleeves. So guys, our corns are ready, as you can see. Very beautiful, very neat. So we have our 7 corns here. So the next thing to do is bring back the sleeve. So I forgot to tell you how long the sleeve is. I want 23 inches for my sleeve length, and this is 23 and a half. The half inch is for the sewing on the shoulder. What I'm going to do now is to open the sleeve. You see a line in the middle. I'm going to dip in the line. So this is the line that I'm going to arrange the corns on. So let me draw the line well for you guys to see. So guys, you make sure that the line is in the center of the sleeve. So the next thing is to fit the corns on the sleeve. So if you see clearly on the picture, you can see that the first corn ends on the shoulder, not on the edge of the sleeve. It ends on the shoulder of the top. So what I'm going to do now is to leave half an inch here for the sewing allowance, and then I mark 1.5 inch on the first corn like this. So the first corn is going to shoot out with 1.5 inch, and make sure that the 1.5 inch is on this line here, the joining allowance. That's where the 1.5 inch is going to start from. You see, so we have 1.5 inch out of the top of the sleeve. So what I'm going to do now is to pin it down. So the next one is going to enter by 1 inch. You see, the journey should be on the down part. So it's going to enter 1 inch like this. When you attach the first sleeve, make sure that the journey is on line with the mark on the center of the sleeve. After stitching the first one in, you are going to use needle and thread to hold the second one. You can also glue it, but I think the sewing is better. So you hold it with your needle and thread like this. Then when you attach the second one, you also sew it with 1 inch here like this, and then attach the third one like this. It also enter by 1 inch. Then you hold it with needle and thread. So I'm going to pin all and come back and show you. I'm done attaching the corns on the dress. You see how beautiful it looks. So the next thing to do now is to take it to my machine and take my time and stitch them one by one, and then use my needle and thread to hold the pointed part of the corns on top of each other. At the first one, I'm going to be leaving it like this until I attach it on the dress before I will hold this on the dress. So I'm going to stitch it and come and show you. So guys, how do you see this sleeve? Looking very beautiful, elegant. So as you can see, I finished attaching. Please, you can try your best and sew it in a bit to cover all the sides. So as you can see, it's stitched nicely. This is the back. This is where I hold it with needle and thread and stitch on it. So the next thing to do is to fold it this way and then stitch it with the 1 inch allowance I left on the side, and then turn it inside out and come and show you guys how it looks. So this is the final look of our corn sleeves, pencil sleeves, and it's looking so beautiful. So I'll be attaching it on a dress so that you see how beautiful it looks and elegant. So let me put it on my hand first for you guys to see how it looks. So guys, if you want to know how I made this beautiful monostripe dress, I'll be loading the video later on my channel so that you go and watch. So guys, see how beautiful the sleeve is on the dress. You see how beautiful it looks? The last part of the sleeve, I attach it to the shoulder of the dress so you can see. It's not at the edge of the shoulder of the sleeve. It's at the center of the shoulder of the dress so you can see how it is. And also, if you find this tutorial useful, please don't forget to give it a like so that YouTube will know that you love my videos, and also support me. Don't forget to subscribe, share my videos. I love you all and see you in my next video. Bye.